Hey everyone, and welcome to your May 2022 readings. I decided to change up the scenery since it's just super beautiful out, and also speaking of change, I changed up the format this month. I might change it back, but this month we are focusing on all love readings across all signs. So that's what we're focused on. Remember that this is a collective reading for your sun, moon, or rising sign, right? So if this particular one doesn't resonate, I would check out your other two signs. Speaking of which, if you're wondering, I don't know, I follow tropical, I follow sidereal, which one? I would say just whichever you resonate with the most. So if you resonate more with sidereal and those associations, then follow the sun, moon, rising that's in that system, right? Or vice versa. So the timestamps will be down below as well. There are links also for how you can book a one-to-one reading with me. Of course, if we're doing collective reading, we can't hit the mark for every single like Aries or Aquarius all the way down, all the way through, right? So if you want something specific that is specific to your situation, I would recommend booking a reading with me personally. The links for that are down below. Also for how to get 20% off and 50% off of a one-to-one 90-minute reading with me. Last thing I'll say, oh yes, cards and cocktails. We didn't do it for the month of April. I know, I just got so busy. So we are doing it, cards and cocktails, hangout. It's a live hangout on Instagram that I do on Instagram. I might choose to do on YouTube. I still haven't gotten around to deciding whether I want to do it here or not because I have more people that follow me over there versus here. This is brand new, so we'll see. But if you want to stay up on that, follow me over on Instagram. I'm probably most likely going to be doing it either the first weekend of this month, which I know Mother's Day is there, so I might not do it then. I might do it when the moon is in Sag later in the month, which I think is around the 26th, 5th or 6th or 7th, something like that. So again, if you want to stay up on that, follow me over on Instagram. Last thing I'll say is that there are new monthly subscriptions that you can check out over on Patreon, and that's in the description as well, for how you can get ongoing divinatory guidance if you are going through a really stressful period, a transition period, with work, with life, with love, with anything, and you're wanting some like ongoing guidance. There are two options that I would recommend, right? One of them is a monthly subscription for weekly 30-minute readings, right? So it's like tapping in every single week on like what's up, right? And that's either live or recorded. And then the other is for a monthly reading with me for 90-minute reading, and that's either live or recorded. I only have a few spots for the lives, especially just because I need to make sure that I can deliver them. So if you want to get something like that done, feel free to hit me up. Without further ado, please continue on to your readings. Let me know how you like them. If you want me to stay focused on love, maybe we'll just keep that rolling for a little while too. I don't know. I'm still playing around with this channel, so I will talk to you guys next month. Thanks. Bye. Hello Libra, and welcome to your May 2022 reading. Thank you for being here. This is for Libra, sun, moon, or rising. So remember to check out the beginning of this video. If you skipped ahead on the timestamp, totally good, but you'll notice that there is a change in format this month, which I let you know about at the beginning of this video. So if you want to know more about why I changed it, what we're doing this month, go ahead and check that out. All right, without further ado, you're up, Libra. Let's check out what's going on with you. Welcome to the anime edition. So I decided that I wanted to break out my anime deck for you. Let's check it out. All right, so we're starting in with, interesting, we're starting out with the Hermit. Okay, we're gonna do, the top row is going to be all about you. That is too many cards. We are not doing that. So the top row is going to be all about you, and the row below, that's going to be all about your person. Remember to choose only one person, right? This is not for choosing like several different people. You need to have one person in mind. So I would recommend, if you are single and dating, or if you are in a relationship where, or relationships, if you have multiple relationships, you want to make sure that you only choose one person, one out of everybody, one person, okay? So whoever occupies most of your thoughts or energy or emotions or time, whatever that is, that's what we're looking at, okay? All right, so let's continue on. I'm just giving this a really good shuffle. Sometimes when I have cards just popping out all over the place, I'm like, you need a new shuffle. So we're taking a look here. All right. I love this deck. It's just very slippery. Okay. All right. And we're pulling one more card for you. All right. And now we'll take a look at your person. I was just feeling like really focusing on love this month. I'm not really sure what brought that up, but just was feeling it. All right. And I love that these have like a holographic kind of sheen to them. It's so rad. I don't know why I haven't broken these out for you guys sooner. All right. Okay, and we'll take one more. We're also going to have a look at what is going on for you in your internal world and your external world, because what's happening for us internally and what's going on in our outer world obviously has an impact on the rest of our world, on the rest of the way that we handle our lives, right? It colors everything. It's the lens and the filter through which everything gets passed through. So we want to take a look at how is what you're dealing with impacting your love life. Okay. Ooh, speak of love life, we're looking at Two of Cups here. All right, here we go. Here we go, Libra. All right, let's make sure that these are all good and in frame. We'll start with where you're both at right now, right? So let's take a look at this because I find it interesting. I think that there's been some clashing. It seems that there's been some clashing going on because you're over here withdrawing, like there's a withdrawal and a questioning of the connection itself, right? And so there's like this going inward to ask the big questions and also just examining and just needing to kind of withdraw into your own space to kind of get your own answers about things. By the way, if I'm going to bring these up so that you guys can kind of see. I know that these are not traditional images for the cards for the most part, but I do love using them. This is pretty great. So, all right. And then we have over here like where they're at, right? So where they're at in terms of where the connection is right now is they're feeling like things have not been, like there hasn't been any fair fighting, you know? Things that have been any kind of arguments that have been won or hard won in not feeling like things have been done in a way that is fighting fair or with integrity, or that they feel like it's kind of been cruel. Like that's honestly what this card is about. It's like it's that kind of the Five of Swords is it's like this contentious kind of clashing, and often it's like not fighting fair and winning at the cost of the connection. Like the Five of Swords is kind of like, yeah, you won the argument, but at what cost? And that's kind of where they're at. They're just like, okay, you know, not fighting fair. They feel like things have not been fought fair, and they feel like, okay, it's costing, it's like weighing, it's creating problems in the connection. It's like weighed on the relationship between the two of you. And it's like, to them, they're like, at what cost? Like, you're gonna win at what cost? And it's costing our connection, essentially, is where they're at. So I find that really interesting because I'm seeing a connection with these two cards here, right? So what we have here is the Strength card, right? And I know that these cards are a little bit busy. I still love them. You see the Lion here and the woman that we typically see in the Strength card, right? Now in a challenge position like this, it's like the Strength card is really just about not being able to tame the inner beast, the primal kind of untamed wild aspects of our humanity, our shadow sides, the beast's parts of ourselves, not being able to rein that in and be able to handle that. You know, it also is about just like not having the courage of heart to face those things. Now, I'm not saying that you're cowardly, right? I'm not saying that by any means. I'm just saying that part of the challenge is that, like, you know, sometimes our shadows do take over our world. Sometimes that's what happens. You know, it's human. It's what happens with all of us from time to time. So, you know, perhaps you have a lot on your plate, perhaps you're dealing with a lot, but it's gotten to this place where, you know, it's just like unable to control like the impulses. You know, that's kind of the word I was looking for. It's like not being able to control those impulses that are more primal within us, right? And also just like kind of maybe being at odds with things, you know, not feeling like your heart is in something, you know. So whatever kind of discord that there's been in this connection, it's like you're questioning things, but you're also having a hard time controlling these aspects of yourself, and also feeling like you're just like your heart's not in it. They're questioning things over here as well, right? We see over here the Justice card where they're at, right? And in the Justice card, right, that's actually a Libran card itself. It's a Libra card, astrologically speaking. But this is about, you know, like where they're at right now is like, they're like, okay, things have not been, like, I don't feel like things have been fought fair. I don't feel like it's been done in an integrous way. It's affecting the connection. Like it's been destructive. Like there's been a cost for it. And they're weighing out the pros and cons of the connection itself as well. Like they're kind of just sitting there going like, I don't know, you know, like in what ways they're weighing things out. And also, you know, we look at the Justice card. The Justice card is also about, you know, what's fair, of course, right? We're looking at fairness here and fairness being reflected here, but they're also, you know, in the space of, you know, justice is about speaking the truth, speaking your truth, being true to yourself, right? And so in weighing out the pros and cons and what's fair and being true to themselves in relation to the connection that the two of you have, like this is where they're at, right? This is what's going on. So that's why I'm saying, like, I see like there's been some friction between you and this person, right? And like part of what's coming up over here is like, for you, there is this kind of nostalgic wanting to recapture like the way that it was, you know, when it felt really good. It's like, why can't it just go back to feeling that way? Why can't it just be like that? Like it's never going to be that way. It can't ever be recaptured. Like, can it ever be? This also can indicate an ex coming back into your experience, or like you thinking of an ex, right? But this could also be like them as your ex, like them, like you kind of just like wishing that things could have turned out differently with that, despite how you feel otherwise, right? Despite how it's like it's not really feeling the greatest, it's still like this desire to like, I really wish that it could be, right? I really wish that we could recapture this. Like I feel like there's some kind of connection here, because the Six of Cups is like, typically when you see this in another deck, in traditional decks, it's like two kids and they're in this field, and you know, and so it's kind of like these, I think of them as little kids on the playground, like connecting on these like really soulful, very innocent kind of levels. And so just like the wanting to feel those good old feelings again, right? And meanwhile, where they're coming to is they're just like, they're off on a journey. They're off on a quest, right? This is like, we can see right here, the Fool card, you know, very solitary card, very much like they're focused on their own journey right now. They're focused on where they're going next. I don't know what they have going on in their life, but that's what they're focused on. They're just focused on their quest and moving forward with that. You know, like things, the thing about the Fool when they're on the quest, when they're on the adventure, is that there are so many things that happen in a hero's journey, right? There's the perilous moments, and then there's the rising above it and coming out victorious, and there's all these different things that happen along the way, ups and downs and twists and turns, and it's a very full and you know, consuming experience, you know, and not everyone can come along for the ride. And it seems like they're focused on that, right? And there's a lot of relinquishing of control when somebody is on that kind of quest. It's not necessarily like, I'm going to bring this person along with me. I don't see that as that. The other thing that I can see here is that they might be wanting to kind of start over again, you know, like if only, like you're thinking, if we could just go back to these, you know, these good old days, and they're just kind of like, can we just restart? Can we press the reset button on this? You know, that's another way that I would read this. Now, how are you, like what's going on with you internally and externally affecting this experience, affecting, because this is overall in your life, how you're feeling, right? And it affects not just your love life, but it affects other areas of your life, right? So internally, we have the Six of Wands showing up here, and very much not the typical Six of Wands, but the Six of Wands is about victory, you know, and leadership. And I think that whatever is going on in your life, part of what you are seeking currently in your life is stepping into, for yourself, like embodying the feelings of leadership, wanting to win, wanting to succeed, wanting to be victorious. And there's this deep-seated kind of internal connection to that, right? It's visceral, it's emotional, it's internal. And that's what's going on here, right? And then we see that what's going on in your external world, very much related though to the love experience, right? Which is the Two of Cups. Now, a lot of people think that in the deck, that when we're looking at the Lover's card, that's like the love card. It's actually the Two of Cups, you guys. It's the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is, it doesn't have to be just about love. This is about wanting to experience being seen, being understood, having another person or other people in your life who really get you, who really mirror your soul back to you, who understand who you are as a person and how you function, and they get you. They just understand, right? And that's part of what this is about. It's like you're searching, you're wanting that. Now, could that be very much related to love? For sure. Like in love, I think a lot of us are looking for something like that, right? We want to feel seen and understood, and like someone gets us. We want our ride or die person, right? And so, you know, this could very much be related to love. Although it's not just about love. It's about having those connections in our life where we feel like somebody in this world really gets us, they really see us, and we really feel like a kinship with them, a connection. So it could be, and just as I said that, there was like a hawk that just went across the window. So I'm just gonna say, you know, this is about that recognition in each other, in you and other people, or you and a special person, right? But as far as where things are and where it looks like things are going, it looks like there's just been, you know, you're withdrawing, and like they're also like looking at the pros and cons and like weighing things out and not feeling like they can be fully themselves and be fully expressed in this experience. They don't feel like things have been like fighting fair, and it's come at a cost. You're not controlling your inner beasts when it comes to the connection itself. Like there's some kind of out of control that's happening there, you know, and they're focused on their quest, and you're wanting things to be like either not just, you know, we're talking about you and this person, right? It's like you miss that. As much as maybe like you've gone through whatever, it's like you miss those like deeper parts of the connection, that whatever it was that felt really good that formed, right? And so like, how is this experience that you're going through internally and externally affecting it? Well, like clearly, if you're looking to step into leadership roles or to be victorious in life or to like really stand in that kind of energy, that would bolster anybody up, right? That would bolster their confidence, that would bolster like where they are and how they would probably be in connection with somebody that they really are interested in, or that is like the person that is, you know, takes up most of their love energy, or, you know, kind of romantic energy, we could say, right? And then wanting this kind of experience, very much connected here, right, with this Six of Cups, and also just very much kind of colors what you're really looking for. And, you know, I think you're asking yourself the big picture questions, and, you know, maybe you're looking for like, how can things be reset? They are, it looks like, I think that they're kind of like, doesn't look completely closed to them being open to a reset of some kind. I'm not saying it would be a reset for love, but a reset of some kind. You know, I don't think that people weigh out the pros and cons in life and really try to look at the fairness and weighing things out of a situation with another person, unless they still care, unless they still give it. Otherwise, we'd see other cards here. They'd be like, nope, I'm done, I'm gone, I'm on my own, I don't give a shit, right? Instead, it looks like they've turned their attention elsewhere, which is on themselves and their quest in life. They're on some kind of quest. So that's what I'm seeing here. I think that as far as like looking ahead at what's coming for your connection, like what is actually going to happen over the course of like from here, like from the beginning to the end of May. And I had 2 cards pop out here. So we're going to take a look at the connection itself and what's going to happen with that, romantically speaking only, right? We're not looking at anything else. We're looking at romantically what is going to happen, not friendship, not any other aspects of your connection, just romantically between the two of you, you know. And like, what can we say is some advice that you're getting in terms of like what you can actually be doing to help with taming this, the inner beasts that you're having some difficulty really taming, right? What's going to come of them weighing things out? Actually, no. I think what I want to know more about is, is this quest of theirs, how is this going to affect, like a quest is long, right? A quest is not like, I'm going to the market, I'll be back. A quest is a long journey, right? So they're on some kind of journey, they're headed in that direction. So how is this journey going to affect your connection with each other? Those two really popped out here. And also, not only how is this going to affect your connection together, but will it bring something back around for you guys romantically on the horizon, right? Oh, I'm feeling that card really strongly. So we'll cross that there. My cards are, because I shuffle them so much, they're all bendy. So, and also I'm curious, is this 6 of Cups about them and recapturing that, or is that about an ex? I'm really curious. Okay, and I'm feeling like another 1 or 2 cards here. All right, so I think I'm going to leave it there, and then if we want to pull some extra, we'll do that. Keeping with what we've been doing every month for the extended, so we're going to take a look at the goddess and god cards. Once again, we are looking at, if you believe in deities, if that's part of your belief structure, then these are the homies that have your back for the month of May, right? And if that is not a part of what you are, your belief structure, then we are taking a look at the archetypes. You know, how can you emulate their strengths and embody their characteristics to assist you in navigating what's coming up over the month of May. And then we're taking a look at what is coming up for the God cards. Again, the masculine archetype. Again, now to remind you guys, we are not looking, when we say masculine and feminine, you can think of it as yin and yang. Please do not take this as like we are not looking at gender identities or anything like that. Okay, let's be understanding that there is a polarity of energy in the universe and that exists within all of us, you know? So that's what we're looking at, is the various aspects, facets of our energy that we can tune into. We're also taking a look at what messages are coming through from your spirit guides, your ancestors directly, right? Like straight up advice from them giving you a straight up message. I find more and more that this particular deck is really about that. And then we're taking a look at what is the shadow aspect that's coming up for you. What is actually occurring that is keeping you from really moving forward and having the momentum that you need to move forward. These are the things that trip us up in our life, right? When we don't even realize it, we have these experiences where our shadow aspects, or the things that we, like our blind spots, or the things that we sweep under the rug and we look away from, we say, oh, later, I'll deal with that, it's not important to deal with now. Those often will free up the most energy to really have the momentum going forward. So that's what we're going to be taking a look at. And I'm just shuffling here. And we have a rune as well. All right, Libra, so definitely check out the links below if you want to join me. I'm going to continue this reading over on Patreon, and a Patreon subscriber's got 20% off, but you can also, whether you're a Patreon subscriber or not, you can get 50% off of a 1-to-1 90-minute reading with me, which is a really good deal. You can just it takes literally just I don't know, 15 seconds, 20 seconds to sign up for your own referral link. There's a link for that down below, and you can, if anybody that you refer with that referral link books a reading with me, then you will get 50% off. So anyway, there's a bunch of other cool information that's down there in the description. Feel free to check it out. I'm sure that I'm probably repeating myself as I do. So anyway, have a really great month, Libra. I really wish for a lot of ease to come through over the course of May, and let's take a look at what kind of guidance is actually coming through for you. All right, I'll see you over in the extended, and if not, I will see you next month. Bye, Libra.